Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey. Now you want me to be angry? You want me to rant? I'm about to fucking rant right about now. Are you fucking kidding me, James Gunn? Are you fucking kidding me, DC Studios? Are you kidding me, Warner Bros? Y'all motherfuckers decided to keep that race swap Black Superman movie by Ta-Nehisi Coates and J.J. Abrams, but you got rid of Henry Cavill. Really? So James Gunn can do whatever he wants with the DCEU, but those movies are off limits? Like, get the fuck out of here. Y'all some hoe ass bitches. That's what the fuck y'all is. I ain't trying to hear nothing. I don't want to hear no fucking excuses. Just like James Gunn was like, well, I didn't have anything to do with the previous regime or anything. It doesn't matter. You and the studio told Henry Cavill to announce that he was back. And then you talking about, oh, I love Henry Cavill, and we're looking forward to working with him in the future. Why would he work with y'all in the future, you dumb bitch? Like, you had goodwill, you slimy little motherfucker. And I should have already known, because you was the one who had a pedophilia party. Yeah, you little pedo weird ass with those adult jokes and shit like that. Remember when you nuked your Twitter? Remember when you said it's good to cancel culture, and then when people canceled your ass, then you was crying and whining, and then they got your ass back. Now your ass is fucking running DC Studios. What the fuck? And I should have known something, because your ass was on that bullshit with Suicide Squad, and your ass was on that bullshit with Guardians of the Galaxy, and your ass is on that same bullshit with Peacemaker. Y'all fired fucking Henry Cavill. All right? There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. We're not talking about it. Kiss my ass. I don't want to hear, oh, we need a fresh start, blah, 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 whatever, and stuff like that. No. Fuck that shit. You had an actor that people loved, who people wanted to work with, who still wanted him to be Superman, and you got rid of it, but you kept the race swap Superman movie. Make it make sense. And y'all kept Ezra Miller, you kept Amber Heard, but you made sure the first person you officially let go from DC Studios was Henry Cavill. That sounds suspicious as hell, but I should have known. Y'all little Hollywood folks, y'all like weirdos, y'all like pedos, y'all like child molesters and all that bullshit, because that's what the fuck you is. That's what the fuck all of y'all is, any goddamn way. Nobody makes dark humor jokes like that, and it ain't a tense of truth in it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, let's pretend like it didn't happen, right? Let's pretend like it doesn't happen, it doesn't matter or whatever. So we're getting the anti-American, anti-9/11 race hustler Ta-Nehisi Coates, who wrote a terrible run on Captain America and a terrible run on Black Panther run, where it was all about anti-fascism, communist, hatred to America, and racism. Sure, that makes sense. The guy who said that the people who were trying to save people in 9/11 deserve to die, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's the guy that we should have writing the Superman movie, where we're going to have a black Clark Kent, and what if he showed up in the 1920s as Superman? Who in their fucking mind wants that shit? Nobody. No fucking body. I didn't ask for it. I don't want it. Nobody wants it. And then you gonna try to accuse the fans of being racist? No, the fans ain't racist at this point. No, y'all motherfucking asses are racist. Y'all pedos. Y'all sex offenders, y'all are weirdos, y'all are just the most devious, terrible people in the goddamn world. And then you have the nerve to try to lecture normal fans about how they're wrong about stuff, when we know that a lot of y'all closets are full of skeletons. I bet you if you go back in the past, and I bet you there's some shit that James Gunn, Ta-Nehisi Coates, Peter Safran, I bet you there's a lot of shit hidden. And then you got 4 movies coming out for DC, right? You got 4 upcoming movies coming out. Shazam, Fury of the Gods, The Flash, Aquaman, Lost Kingdom, and Blue Beetle. So what's the point? Why would I get invested in these movies? Somebody said, why should we get invested in these movies when we already know it's going to be a soft reboot? I mean, it's going to be a full reboot. And then somebody was like, well, you should still watch the movies. For what? Why would I give DC my money? For what? So I can be invested in characters that I'm never going to see again? Oh, Aquaman, this might be Jason Momoa's last time as Aquaman. Okay, whatever. Why would I care? Blue Beetle, for what? What, I'm going to get excited about Blue Beetle just for y'all to don't know if y'all want him in the old DCEU or the new one? No, get the fuck out of here. And then somebody also made a good title for DCU now, don't care universe, because that's what it is. It's fucking bullshit. I can't believe I have to deal with this goddamn bullshit. I mean, what the fuck you want me to do with this information? This is so stupid. It's so ignorant. I just can't believe this shit. And then what? You think I'm supposed to keep giving a chance? There's people talking about, you'll get over it. You'll still support DC. I ain't supported Marvel since. I ain't supported Marvel comic books in a long time. And I barely support DC comic books. So don't tell me what the hell I don't support. I can drop all of this shit in a hot minute. The only reason why I even talk about some of this stuff is because, I got people who actually want to hear my opinion. And if y'all actually didn't want to hear my damn opinion, I might not even be still doing this shit. Like, this is the most bullshittiest shit I've ever heard of. So what? We're going to get a black Superman. Because that's what I want. I want another classic white character being race swapped to black, because diversity and inclusion and stuff like that. But it's going to take place in the roaring 1920s, where black people weren't really looked upon in great light in most of the world. Come on now, get the hell out of here with all that nonsense. If you tell me in history they want to think about trying to kill a black man that had superpowers in the 1920s, you don't lost your goddamn mind. But think I'm supposed to believe this bullshit? No, fuck you, fuck DC Studios, fuck all of it. I just, it frustrates me so, because it's just like, what the fuck you want me to do with this shit? I mean, you had Henry Cavill right there. You had Henry Cavill right there, and you fired him. And then talking about you want to work with him in the future, and y'all had a good conversation. Did Henry Cavill's tweet sound like it was a good idea? That was a good meeting? That he hung up his cape? You literally told him to announce it, and don't sit there and say you had nothing to do with it. Yes, the fuck you did have something to do with it. And then if you knew that DC Studios told him to announce it, why would you get rid of him? It's still your fault, James Gunn and Peter Safran, no matter how much you want to look at it. Because people can try to ignore that. People can try to pretend like, they didn't have nothing to do with it. No, James Gunn and Peter Safran knew that DC Studios had asked him back to be Superman. So I don't want to hear nobody fucking excuses. And then people were talking about, think about it like a sports analogy. This ain't fucking sports. I know how the fuck sports work. But at the same time, we're talking about an actor who's been wanting, fans who's been wanting this. This is an acting job. This isn't a sports thing. You know what I'm saying? The NFL is still going to make money regardless. It's the studio that's not making money. Did you see how much the stocks dropped for Warner Brothers after the firing of Henry Cavill? It's bad. It's bad. The shares has plummeted. I've tried my best to defend David Zaslav, HBO, DCEU for as much as I can, and I can't do it no more. I'm over it. I'm done. I can't do this bullshit no fucking more. I mean, for God's sakes, you put a fucking black Superman over a person who looked like fucking Superman because you want to be diverse and inclusive. Who the fuck asked you for that shit? And that's the problem. We getting fucking pedos, weirdos, people who hate the characters, who don't know anything about these characters, to run these characters to the ground. Just like Nate Moore said, I don't want somebody who has a pre-knowledge of the characters because I don't want them to get familiar with the characters. I want people who don't know anything about these characters. It's the same thing with James Gunn when John Cena said, I asked Peter Gunn, should I study for the character? He said, no, I don't want you to look at the character because I have my own thing for the character. And then not to mention, almost a year ago, James Gunn said that he didn't want to have anything to do with Superman because he thinks that he don't want to write Superman. He doesn't want to direct it. And guess what? Now he's writing it. You contradicting motherfucker. You is a hypocritical hoe. That's what it is. You had the goodwill of the fans with the Henry Cavill thing. You had the goodwill and you squander it because you want to do younger Superman. Did I ask for a younger Superman? Did anybody ask for a younger Superman? Nobody didn't even ask for a younger Batman, and y'all still did that movie. And again, if it was so good, why struggle to make $700 million worldwide? Come on now, that don't make no damn sense. A Batman movie shouldn't be struggling. You know what I'm saying? You got so much stacked against you, and all you had to do was keep the actors, some of the actors that people actually wanted, and just tell a good movie. That's the problem with WB. That's the problem, is that y'all panic. Every time you don't get the immediate success that you want to reboot the universe, or you want to go in a different direction. No, just fucking tell the goddamn movies. Just tell a fucking good story. Stop fucking rebooting everything. You're not in a position to reboot shit. You're at the position where you take the actors that you got. Some of them you can get rid of. Ezra Miller, Amber Turd. No one cares about that. The race swap versions of characters, get rid of them. That's fine. But when you got A-listers like Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot as your trinity, you keep them motherfuckers. You do as many Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman movies as you can. It don't matter if all of them are terrible. You do it because you need to do it. You need to have several standalone Superman movies, several Wonder Woman movies, and several Batman movies with Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, and Gal Gadot in them. You need to at least have about 5 standalone movies with those characters in there. Then do a team-up movie and a Justice League movie, and Justice League 2 and 3, and then wrap that shit up and then pass it off to another person. You can easily do that in 10 years. And don't sit up here and say that you can't. Yes, you can. You can do it. Those characters actors are in their prime right now. I mean, what the fuck was y'all thinking? Refuse to be stupid. That's what the fuck it is. Refuse to be stupid. And then what, you think somebody's supposed to sit up there and be okay with that? No, kiss my ass. Ain't nobody okay with none of that bullshit. I'm over it. Jesus Christ. But it is what it is. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.